going to call this video, because Tyrone's having up a poor name in these videos, the Torianda Misdirection Method. So Tyrone's in the bottom. So if you think about it, how do I get angle on Tyrone? Either I can move, or I don't move and I make Tyrone move. If that makes sense. I can move or he can move. Let's talk a little bit about the footwork and about how when I go for misdirection, let's get our footwork a little bit better, and then we'll look at kind of the response that Tyrone will probably make. So if I'm playing the whole game and I make these no-gi grips, to get angle, I need to take a side step and then I need to approach the hip with a crescent step. Okay. Now obviously if Tyrone didn't do anything, this leg would have to come around, so I'm perpendicular to him. So again, from the whole position, the minute I do that, square step, crescent step. Okay, square step, crescent step. Now what's going to happen is, switch positions, bro. That's fine if the guy's not doing anything, but I know if I'm here and Tyrone does, just take it really slow, bro. You're going to step out wide with that foot and step in with the crescent front. Stay there. Now, if I'm in this position, okay, and Tyrone's basically got around my legs, what am I going to do? I want to bring my feet back in front of him. So all I'm going to be doing is this to face him again, if that makes sense. Okay, so Tyrone's in the bottom. What are we going to do? We're going to misdirect and we're going to do the same stepping pattern to the other side. So let's do this really, really slow. So from here, I make my grips, I square step, and I crescent step, as if I'm trying to side kick a football. So I square step, I crescent step, I have my grips, I'm about to pass the corner, and what's Tyrone going to do? He's going to come over, free stay there. The minute he does, I come back to square step, and now I take that crescent step. And again, if he does nothing, I'm pushing and I'm shelving from here. Okay, so from our position, I make my no-gi grips. Okay, I take a square step and I take a crescent step to here. The minute I get my hands here, I'm about to come around and cut the angle. Tyrone's looking to get his legs back. The minute he does, that leg comes back to the square stance, and this leg shoots through to this. Now obviously Tyrone's not going to keep his legs there, they're coming up and I'm in my position again. So if he did the same again, to complicate it, I'm coming back to the square stance and I take a crescent step again. So the footwork is square step, crescent step. If he does guard retention, I come back to square step, crescent step. Okay, so square step, crescent step. If he throws the leg back, I come back to the square step, and then from that position, I will take my crescent step again. Now, just to complicate things even further, I might have to take a little side step there, because people, Danagher describes it as people have different waist sizes. So if we're up against someone who's slightly wider than Tyrone, the minute I square step, that mightn't take me around the corner. So when I come to here and I side step and he turns to face me, I might have to go square and then take another step this way to step in. But I mean, it's just about making adjustments. Obviously, if you feel you don't have room. So again, one more time from our grips. Better to drill this slow till we get the footwork right. So I make my grips. I'll take that little side step. My foot comes in, I'm already shelving. The minute he starts to get his guard retention back, I'm coming the other way. So again, it's side step, square step. The minute he starts to bring his legs in, I come back the way I came. Okay, and now from that position, I'll be square stepping this way. And if he does nothing, I'll be pushing his knee this way. As I shelve, he starts to make frames. This elbow's coming to the mat. I'm putting my head at that far hip and I'm starting to walk to north side. So there's our footwork, and that's dealing with when he tries to get his guard back. So this misdirection method. If I go one way, then I go the other way. That's the strength of the Torianda pass. Out of all the passes we've done so far, this is the pass that relies the most on deception, misdirection, where I make him think I'm passing to this left when I really want to pass this right. We'll find the passes we've covered so far, double under, over under, I'm only passing to one side. So basically that's it in a nutshell, I think.